Welcome to Breakthrough Mode, the podcast where we intentionally get into the driver's seat of our lives, shift out of monotony and mediocrity, and step on the gas towards becoming the person we were always meant to become. Hello and welcome to Monday Morning with Megan on the Breakthrough Mode podcast. This is episode 265. Thank you so much for joining me and pushing play on today's episode. Just recently, I was having a conversation with someone I will introduce you to on Friday, and we were discussing various topics of personal development. And one thing kept coming up over and over and over again. And it was this: being aware. In order to change things, you have to notice what to change. In order to shift your attitude, your perspective, your energy, your thoughts, even your actions, you have to be aware of what it is you are thinking, doing, how you are seeing things right now. So it occurred to me in that moment, as we were talking about various personal development topics, that awareness is key. It's critical to everything. It's critical to making a change. It's critical to knowing which direction to go. It's critical to knowing what to stop doing, what habits to start, where to even place your attention next. And I feel like this piece of being aware of where you are right now, both physically, emotionally, mentally, energetically, in the span of your life, in the span of your career, in the span of your relationships, knowing where you are, noticing what you are creating, noticing what you are thinking, noticing what you keep perpetuating is key to making any changes at all. Because if you don't know where you're at, then it's hard to chart a course, to create something different, to be someone different, to live a different life, to even just continue on with progress. It all starts with knowing, noticing, and being aware of what is right now. So this week, we are focusing on noticing everything. And this week, I will use the words notice and becoming aware or being aware interchangeably, because sometimes being aware feels a little bit abstract, but you can notice things. You can sit there for 5 minutes and notice the space of your environment. Notice the state that things are in. You can notice what thoughts are going through your head. You can notice what you project your future day or week or year to be like. You can notice how you are feeling. And it's only when we notice all of these things that we actually give ourselves the power and ability to change them. So this week's theme is all about noticing everything, and noticing as well, like, if that's something that you love, appreciate, and are grateful for in your life, like, man, I love this. I love that this is part of my life, or I love that this is my life, or whatever. And noticing also the things that you would like different, that maybe you haven't put energy, and noticing the things that you might like different that maybe you haven't put any energy or action behind changing. You don't necessarily have to do anything about your observations right now, but simply noticing how you are thinking and feeling about these things and noticing where you are choosing inaction will give you power to do something about it when you are ready. So, of course, I want to leave you off on this week with a quote. This is by Eckhart Tolle. He said, "Awareness is the greatest agent for change." And maybe this comes across as a little like, duh, Megan, because you do have to be aware of what needs changing before you can actually change it. However, I wanted to spend a week on this because we get so caught up in our habits, running from autopilot, being distracted, procrastinating, avoiding all of that, that we don't actually take the time to notice or be aware. Of course, I will pop in your email tomorrow with a story about this from my personal life. And on Wednesday, I will be here in the podcast again to share with you how I am noticing things in my life and what I am noticing. And on Friday, I have a special guest to bring to you. We'll have a conversation about awareness, why we avoid it, and the power it gives us when we finally decide to step into it. Until next time, I totally love you. Bye for now.